Hello Taurus, and welcome to your August 2020 reading. This is a reading for the collective, so it's a general reading. Please keep in mind that because it's a general reading, you may not resonate with everything that is revealed for what we predict to be your energies for the month of August, and that's okay. If it doesn't jive with you, just move on to another reader and to another reading. We're going to work with three decks today. Kathy Nichols has two fabulous oracle decks that I've been using this summer, and I really love them paired with Chris Ann's Light Seers Tarot. So we're going to start with the story card to see what the story is about to reveal for Taurus, and then we'll move into the tarot, and then we'll end with the synchronicity card. All right, guides, guardian angels, ascended masters, please help me to tune into my bull gang. What do they have coming for them in August? What guidance do you have for my Taurus? My Taurus. Taurians. I'm seeing something want to pop out here. Yes. Well, heck yeah. You can't get a better a better beginning than a big old fat yes. That's awesome. And Taurus, look what's on this card. Are some of you looking to buy a new home? Or are you moving? Are you looking to move? Have some of you been negotiating to get your dream house? Well, guess what? It's all going to work out. This is, I got to be honest with you guys. This was really bizarre, okay? Because I'm a Taurus, all right? And every time I do a reading for my own sign, you know, I always have to like spend extra time grounding and kind of clearing my energies and clearing my mind and being neutral, meditating, because I don't want to color the reading for all the Tauruses out there with my own stuff, right? Being a Taurus myself. But this is pretty wild because this has a personal significance for me. And, you know, we as readers, though we're channels to send messages, we can't completely erase what's going on in our own consciousness, you know? So I have my own question on my mind. And anyway, this is just, okay, it's just blowing my mind. I don't want to get too personal, because it's your time, not my time, but it's just blowing my mind that this is the first card that came out. So I'm excited. So let's keep going. Let's see what this big yes is all about, Taurus. Whoo, whoo, hoo, hoo. What does Taurus have a big yes about this month? What is going on in their world? What abundance are they getting? Hang in there. Getting a vibe about this. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Because I'm a little late this month, Taurus, I'm really focusing on the energies, obviously, of the final days we have left in August. I'm doing this at the end of the first week, so hopefully I can get them posted as quickly as possible, but I will put the date in when I upload. But so consider this the recent past, okay? That was the first week of August. All right. This card keeps wanting to pop up. There's a reason for that. And I got all jumbled here. How did that happen? because I had a couple cards flip. Whew, okay, hold on a second. Energies are really intense. Really, 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 really intense. What is that about? Judgment. What is going on? What the? Wow, those are the same two cards that Aries had, but in a different context, but that's interesting. I'm going to stick this up here. Okay, so Bulls. The Six of Pentacles, I always have found to be an interesting card because it is a card of prosperity. It's from the suit of the Pentacles, which represents our 3D world of finance and money and things that are tangible, right? But it's an exchange of give and take energy. You see that this swirl that's going around in the back, this infinity sign? This card represents the law of give and take, the universal law of give and take. And it's a really deep card, actually, because it is really about mastering that energy of giving and receiving, and not being disbalanced when it comes to your money consciousness. Knowing how to give and receive and be in this flow of exchange without it becoming burdensome or codependent, or some sort of, what's the word? Not a bondage or a trap, but a cycle of, sometimes people who get the Six of Pentacles a lot, if it keeps coming up in readings, it could be an indication that there's a disbalance in either their beliefs about receiving and giving, that there's some distortion about it. There may be guilt behind receiving, and so that person can't receive. They can give and give and give and give, but they can't receive. Or it could mean that they're meant to work on the lesson of knowing how to handle the law of abundance and how to master it. And when it's in the reverse position, to me, it simply means that you have gotten to the place of mastery with this. You are not locked, because when you look at the original card in the original Rider-Waite-Smith, or, you know, when you're looking at Rider-Waite, right, and you're looking at this card, I think it's like a, it's like a kind of a portly man standing there, and there are some people sort of begging, or, you know, it looks like they're on their knees, and they're putting their hands out for alms, and he's generously giving them, he's like some wealthy merchant giving them coins, right? So the image is that there is some kind of a cycle that is a little unhealthy. It's a little bit of a, you know, the merchant looks a little bit too pompous in his giving, and the paupers look a little too pathetic and victimized in their receiving. That's the traditional imagery in the archetype of this card, and so I have worked with those energies a lot in my own personal journey, and I really feel that when that's turned on its head, it means that you are starting to get into the flow of the law of abundance, basically the law of attraction. You're mastering the law of attraction. Okay. But now we come to This is sort of a this is like a wild ride here, Taurus, this month for you guys. The Three of Swords. Well, we all know, I mean, it's so obvious, right? We know the Three of Swords is the heartbreak card, but does it mean that for you guys in this context? I'm not too sure. Again, I don't, me being a Taurus myself and erasing any kind of intuition and interpretation that comes from my own self, Spirit is telling me to look deeper at this card. Okay, so let's look deeper at Chris Ann's imagery of like her version of the Three of Swords, and as I look at this, right, this girl, this scream could very possibly be a scream of liberation. The heart is splitting open. It's being pulled apart. Is she splitting open and destroying and busting through the energies that have been holding her back? I really believe that in your case, Taurus, this is an energy that you guys have been carrying for a long time. More than months, but quite possibly years. You've been betrayed a lot, Taurus, and you've been hurt a lot. And that's because you're good people. I'm telling you, Taurus are good people. They're earth signs, salt of the earth, but they are loyal to a fault. But look what comes right directly after the Three of Swords. We've got the Judgment card. And I love the imagery of this Judgment card because this woman is birthing an aspect of herself that she has always wanted to be, she has always wanted to step into. And when I see this come directly after this, it means to me that you have finally let go of third-party energy, right? You've let go of codependency. You've let go of that warped sort of giving and receiving, all those relationships in which you gave more than you received, and you've been hurt by it. You're putting all that's all in the past. And this month is the crucial month where you turn that finally on its head. You've been doing it for a while. I mean, this is not this is a cord that's deep and thick, and you've been working on cutting it for a long time, and you've been chipping away at it, but with this intensity that I'm seeing here, you are blowing it away, Taurus, this month. I mean, you are splitting it in half. That's it, done. I am done with the chains of this karma. And you are moving into, all this goes away, right? And you are finally able to be free, Taurus. You are finally able to step into your higher self, to be the joyful person, the open, loving, joyful, free person that you are inherently. All this other stuff. You've learned the lesson, Taurus. You have learned the lesson of codependency, of giving more than you receive. You're not going to be attracted to toxic people anymore. You're not going to be nurturing your savior complex anymore. That's behind you now, because this is the energy you're stepping into. And this is what that judgment is all about. It's like, enough is enough. Now is the time. Now is the time for me to really be me. And other people can like it or lump it, but I am going to be me. I'm going to shine and no one's going to hold me in. I'm not going to hold in my feelings anymore. This is beautiful. And as soon as that takes hold, as soon as that energy, you really step into that energy, everything is going to speed up in your life. All sorts of stuff, all sorts of opportunities are going to come to you. And they're going to come in fast. It's going to be like, you had this escrow, spiritual escrow somewhere of like good stuff that was being stored for you and just held aside for the right time. And your guides are like, woohoo, she's finally stepped into her own. She's finally birthed herself. Well, it's not even that you're birthing anything. This is who you really are. So I take that back. It's more of a rebirth than a birth, but it's an acceptance. It's a liberation. A liberation is really what it is. And so now all these gifts come in from all different directions. And then you become the master. And you know what? Going from this to this is quite a journey, Taurus. This is the person who has learned to master the universal laws, to feel completely at home and comfortable within themselves. You are whole and perfect already. You don't need a relationship to define you. You don't need anyone to validate you. You don't need to, live the traditional societal norm of what is supposed to be the right life. So whatever your question is, Taurus, about what you want to manifest, whether you want to manifest the 2.5 kids in the beautiful house with the picket fence and the dog in the backyard, or whether you want to manifest a career living in, the Himalayas and doing socially conscious work, or if you want to travel the world, or if you want to start your own business, whatever it is you want to manifest, the universe is giving you a big fat yes. It's yours for the taking, Taurus. So go for it. Do it. This month, start. No procrastinating, no excuses. Doesn't matter that we're in a pandemic, screw it. Just go for it. You can start now. You may have some things that are blocking you that are out of your control, but you know what? Here's the thing. The hermit knows, right? That wisdom is knowing that you should only concern yourself on what you can control. You should never worry and fret over something you can't control. Wisdom is knowing that as long as you master your world, your inner world, your little universe, because we all are walking universes unto ourselves, each and every individual. Get really good at knowing your universe, your backyard, right? Master it. Be at home there. Be comfy there. When you do that, nothing gets in your way. So even if you can't go back to work, or you're out of work, or things have really slowed down, and you're stuck at home, whatever the situation is, because everybody is being challenged right now, right? I mean, I'm not going to ignore that when I do these readings. I notice that some readers don't even bring it up. And, as far as I'm concerned, that stuff needs to be addressed. It really, really does. Because the reality is that it's happening, and we all have to deal, right? We all have to deal with it. Okay, enough about that. Let's take a synchronicity card and see what serendipitous situation might arise this month to help with this fabulous month of manifestation. Gosh, Spirit keeps throwing like tons of cards out at a time. Okay, that's all right. It's okay, Spirit. Huh. They want me to put this card here. Sorrow. They want me to put this card here. Protecting love. I'm going to move the camera down a little bit so you can see better. Okay. And the last one here is Princess. There's a special message for some of you, not all of you, but I'm getting daddy's girl. Your daddy's girl, your daddy's little princess. If that means something to some of you, you're being taken care of, very protected by a father energy. Whether your father is living or passed on, it doesn't matter. There's a strong father energy guiding you, protecting you. They want me to put this up here with the yes card. Can we see everything? Let me raise it up a little bit. Okay. Protecting love. Yeah. I don't think you need to do that so much anymore, Taurus. Because it's all inside you. I mean, look at even these two cards are the same color scheme. You know? I mean, it's almost like she goes from here and graduates right here. Even though I know that technically in the order of the tarot deck in the major arcana, you know, this is card 20 and this is card 9. I know. But it doesn't matter because the way it came out in your reading, it's like this is the story we're telling of the yes, right? This woman finally allowed her inner self to shine. And once she did that, look at the peace that came to her. So the love that you're protecting is the love for yourself. For yourself. Look at that right over the solar plexus, that little kitten is being held. That's you. Sorrow, that's just part of your past. But you know what? Here's the crazy thing about this card. You can't get to this sometimes. Into this. Into this. Without experiencing that. Because when you go through this, all of this is much sweeter. Much more profound. But this was the old journey, Taurus. This was the old journey. Well, this was not the old journey. This was the journey. This was your journey. You had to go through this process. You took this path. Your soul chose this. But you did the work. And you came through this lesson. You came through this lesson. You were here for many, many years, and you flipped it on its head. And you release the bondage of that dynamic. You shift your perspective about what real reciprocal energy is about. And you earned to see the truth of yourself and to become the master. And this is not about going within into a cave and isolating. A lot of people misread this card and think that aspect is the strongest aspect of the card's archetype, and I disagree. I mean, I actually love the Hermit card because the Hermit card is like really like wearing the big boy pants. This is like you've gotten to a place in your life where, I mean, she's like, she's barely even sitting on this mountain. She's literally like floating in air. She's sitting on her own vibration. I mean, that's the kind of power that the Hermit card is all about. You are just really solid within yourself. Bravo. Way to go, Bull Gang. I'm proud of you guys. It's going to be a great month. I love you. Hit like, subscribe, or please comment if this resonated with you. I really would like to hear. I'm still very, very new with my channel, and I'm still feeling the waters out, trying to find out what kind of content I want to put on. So if it vibes with you, great. Let me know, and have a great summer. And I'll see you in September. Much love.